Strive to success.
God is our strength.
The first week was good.
I missed home.
Second week we were left for our own.
All alone with the students. I used to
Motto in school is MDR, which means movement by running.
Natasha, Natalie, but they are not there.
There is no ABCD like I was used in primary.
The dormitories are good.
Kwetu ulikuwa unahesabu.
Somebody in other class bullies you.
To us we used to see it like bullying, but at some point we came to realize, by the way, this is not our school. This
go to the deputy principal and she's given a suspension.
We have to do what they are doing. For the person who was caught bullying, she will just be given a G. Yeah, somehow nimeibiwa skirt. We used to ask, kwani unaibiwanga socks kila siku? But you used
Hi guys, welcome to Beautiful Crowns, your number one and only channel that will be bringing you beautiful stories and positive vibes concerning the uniformed officers and the public. I'm your born again girl, Timbe Nora, born and bred to glorify God. And today, kama kawaida, I have an amazing episode for you. First of all, asante sana for subscribing. We are on 1,000 subscribers, official road to 2,000 subscribers. Msiniangushe, kindly confirm down there if you have subscribed or not. If the subscribe word is in red stroke maroon, it means you haven't subscribed to our channel. So I give you a 3, a 2, a 1, subscribe. After subscribing, make sure you click the notification bell on so that whenever we upload a new video, you are updated in good time. So guys, you remember the episode of Police Babies? We are back on holidays, and yeah, I decided to engage these beautiful kids. You remember when they were receiving their results for the KCPE? We gave you a video of how they were joining their high schools, and today we are here to give you a recap on what has happened since the first term, the second term, the third term of being a mono. Is it a mono ama ni kumonoloziwa? Something like that. So guys, you know, on this channel you can do all things through Christ to strengthen us, and without wasting any time, I'll go on to them. Sijui nianzie wapi? Okay, hi. Uko aje? Tangia the last time tulionana imekuwa ni muda mrefu.
I've been good, some ups and down, but with God's grace I'm here.
Okay, hebu remind watu wewe ni nani, ulikuwa primary gani the last time we were here tukisema about the results, and umejoin shule gani?
So my name is Cynthia Mother. I studied in Precious Blood Primary School. I scored 381 marks and I joined Moi Girls Kamango in Kikuyu.
Wow, thank you so much. So on my left I have another beauty. Atatuambia yeye ni nani, alikuwa shule gani before na akajoin which other school yenye amekuwa for the last 3 terms. So hi.
Hi.
Hebu tuambie wewe ni nani?
My name is Abigail Miriam White. I schooled in KB Primary. I scored 315 and I joined Our Ladies of Mercy, Shauri Moyo.
What motto of your school?
Strive to success.
Now hebu tuambie the motto of your school.
God is our strength.
Wow, God is our strength, and we started by saying we can do all things through Christ to strengthen us. So ningetaka tu mnieleze wenye mlijoin shule kumekuwa aje, what was your experience from day one, how did they receive you, wanafunzi wenye wametangulia kusoma kwa hiyo shule, walimu, and the whole thing about being a secondary student.
So studying in Form 1 in Moi Girls, the first week was good. The second week we were left for our own. The only things about our school that maybe I didn't find favorable were like running. Our motto in school is MDR, which means movement by running. The buckets are for the whole community. You have to be in class until 9, that is the preps. Early in the morning you have to wake up between 4:30. You prepare for yourself 30 minutes while at home, I was used to doing my things for between 1.5 hours. The exams, there is no ABCD like I was used in primary. You have to read. Another thing, the food. I was used to eating good food at home. You go and eat githeri with weevils. So sometimes you even see, I won't eat. The food doesn't have any salt. You also say I won't eat the first day. But after a week, you really have to eat because you won't starve to death.
Hebu Abi tuambie ulipatana aje na maisha ya high school, kitu mpya yenye umesoma yenye haikuwa kule primary, na ulireceiviwa aje na watu?
My first day was good. I was received properly by the other forms and the teachers. It was good the first week. The second week I missed home. I missed being around my family, so ilibidi tu tazoea because there's no other way. So on my first night preps, I was curious because you are all alone with the students. I used to Natasha, Natalie, but they are not there anymore. So I got used to it, but when we come to the buckets, the dormitories are good. The buckets are for your own. We were given 2 buckets, and the food is good. The githeri is well cooked. There are no weevils. Yeah, the food is good. The school is good.
Nasikia kwa shule ya kinabii hakuna weevils.
Kwetu ulikuwa unahesabu.
Okay, so maybe tuambie, wewe tunasikia kuna monolization, people are bullied in the school by those people who are in form 2, form 3, form 4. Experience yako imekuwa aje about bullying?
Okay, to me, I've never met across any monolization in school. The only thing that is there, the other forms are trying to make you be like them. Like if they are used to running, they have to force you to run. If they don't pour githeri in their school, there is no way you will pour the food. So to us, we used to see it like bullying, but at some point we came to realize, by the way, this is not our school, this is not our home. We have to do what they are doing. Another thing about bullying, for bullying in our school, if you bully someone, we were allowed to report. Our teachers were very friendly. If you experience something like bullying, you would go to the principal, and for the person who was caught bullying, she will just be given a G. That's all.
Maybe what is a G? Mtu anajiuliza kwa nje G ni nini?
When you are given a G, it means that you go for good. But when you are given a G, there is no any other high school in Kenya that will even admit you again.
Okay. Na wewe Abi, experience bullying, maybe mtu amekudhalilisha kule shuleni, ama umefeel like wamenifanya nikasikia mimi ni mono, the monolization that we hear about?
In our school, there's nothing like monolization. There's nothing like bullying. For example, if somebody in other class bullies you, you go to the deputy principal and she's given a suspension. There is nothing like you have mama in school. There's no one like your mom there. All of you are equal when you are in Our Ladies of Mercy.
So nice. A big shout out to the school. So maybe did you experience loss of items since you joined the school?
Yeah, somehow nimeibiwa skirt. Worst of it, unaibiwa skirt na mtu yani like unaona mtu akiba skirt yako and there is nothing you can do, because we used to respect the form 3s and the form 4s a lot. Another thing, sometimes you will even get your suitcase has already been opened. They've taken everything and then they make sure they close it for you so that you won't come and know they have taken things. Other times you will be even taking your socks. You will even go to class without any socks, but there will be nobody to cry. So you used just to go to your father or your mother, you just call them. But the big problem, the parents used to ask, kwani unaibiwanga socks kila siku? But you used to tell them it's part of the school. But the good thing about our school, if these cases, like for this third term, there were a lot. So the principal decided that we'll have a very big inspection. So hizo skirt ulikuwa umeibiwa, you used to get them back. The socks, you get them back. So that's the good thing. Unaibiwa, zinarudi.
Abi, umepoteza nini tangia uende shule?
I've lost a lot of items, towel, shirt, socks. But in our school, you just go and you report to the board mistress. There is CCTV in the hanging line, so she just goes and search. If that person did not pick it from the hanging lines, then she picked it from your suitcase. There's this thing that they use biro to open the zip, then they pick what they want, then they return the zip, then they close, then they go. So you never notice that your items are lost unless you go and search for it yourself. Because if you go and report to the board mistress, she'll say, yes, I'll search for it. After 1 week, 2 weeks, she'll just say, I did not find it. So you have to look for it for yourself. And during the closing of the school, there is this thing that if you have ever picked somebody's thing, you return it. Only the good Samaritans will return, not everybody will return it. So if yours is gone, it's gone. You have to buy a new one.
Okay, maybe what do you miss about your former primary school compared to now that you're in high school?
Yeah, in my former primary school, at least the mingling with the teachers, when you compare it to the high school, ya Raima ilikuwa juu kidogo because you will just go and speak to a teacher like your own mother, like your father. When you are in high school, to be given a phone, the teacher will even tell you, you will give me the money for airtime. You can imagine it's the pocket money that you are given. That is 100 shillings that you are remaining with. Then the teacher tells you, you will give me 50 shillings. So you have to split that 50. Again, in primary school, at least you used to sleep a lot. Now you are having the preps. Sometimes even the teachers will even come till the prep. So the time for revising has minimized. Another thing, the exams for primary, at least it was ABCD. You would close your eyes, tell God, God, you know I am with you, and then He will just tell you, hey. When you are in high school, if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know it. And again, if you fail the exams in high school, that is just not the same like in primary. At least the teacher will favor you, but in high school no teacher is caring about you because you are more than 900 students, so there's no way the teachers will just favor one student.
What do you miss about your primary school?
In my primary school, we used to talk to teachers. They come to class. By 3 they are out. We are coming back home. But in high school, you have to study even at 4, 5, 6. You are just on your books. Night preps, you are there. About talking to our teachers in school, when you are talking to your teacher, it's all about studies, nothing else. And if you want to call your parent or your guardian, you just go to your class teacher or the secretary. You give secretary 20 shillings, then you talk to your parents. When you are not allowed to be found with a phone.
But in primary school you used to write ABCD. In high school you have now to write like you are asked like discuss, explain, define. What changed in your study mode for you to be able to answer the questions in exams in a better way now that it is not ABCD?
So first of all, I became serious about writing notes. In primary, you are not very serious. We also given tips like writing short notes, and also we used to mingle. We used to benchmark with the form 2s and form 3s. You borrow their exams. They give you the ones they did when they were in form 1. If it is a question about explaining, you go and ask them. They tell you this question you're supposed to answer like this. If you answer this way, you won't get any mark. Another thing you used to be told, we should not master, but we should understand the content. Not like in primary, you can master the answers, and when it comes to exam, you can just look if it is A or B. But when you are in high school, it is about understanding the content. Even when it comes into the exam, there is a way you can twist your answer and you get the question.
So how has that transition of explaining and understanding the content changed your perception about expressing yourself?
Okay, to me it has really helped me because at least what you've understood is what you're going to write. Not like in primary, you needed, if it is knowing what science is, that is what you're going to write. But in high school, it is what you've understood. As long as you'll be able to write it and bring out your contents, your answers well, the teacher will give you a mark. So at least even in expressing yourself. If you are now told to define yourself because you've come across many questions about defining, you are able to talk to people friendly, and you have also mingled with the form 3, form 4, so you find it like it's very easy, not like in primary you used to just to mingle with the people in your class.
So it has improved your communication skills.
Yeah, it has
So Abi, hebu tuambie sasa hiyo wewe kujua kujibu, discuss, explain, define, what have you done different for you to be able to answer questions in a better way in high school?
In high school, discuss and all that, we were before we did our first term exam, we were taught by teachers how to, if it's English, if this question comes this way, you have to answer it in this style. So even in other subjects, if it's biology, history, and in history we didn't really know how to answer questions in history. So in our first term exam we somehow failed. Then in second term, the teacher came to class. She taught us how to answer those questions. We understood. Then in our second term exam, yes, we did well. About going to other classes and mingle with them, we are not allowed to actually do that because they think that we might do that, go to their class, and then this thing which is called lesbianism. You might get into lesbianism. So
Point of lesbianism. What is your opinion about lesbianism and what happens with them?
actually, to me, lesbianism is not like something that you just get into. Somebody sends you to you're like somebody engages you to that thing. But in me, since that 6 months that I've been in Our Ladies of Mercy, I've never seen that such kind of stuff happening.
What is your stand? Do you think lesbianism is a good thing or it's a bad thing?
Lesbianism is a bad thing because it is gender to gender. So to me, lesbianism is not good.
Okay. And has that issue of lesbianism arisen anywhere in your school discussions among the teachers, among the students?
Okay, in our school, severally I've heard the teachers saying that is lesbianism, but according to what we as the students came into a conclusion, this is just a misconception in our mind that when you see someone working with her friend for like everywhere they are going, she's with this person, when they are eating, she's with this person. So to people, they come and conclude, that is lesbianism. But in our school, our principal came and told us that is just what we are putting in our minds. If it is lesbianism, it means that there is something that they do at night because it is gender to gender. And another thing our deputy usually tells us, instead of being a lesbian or a gay, it is rather you have a girlfriend and a boyfriend than having a girlfriend and a girlfriend. Because even according to the Bible, it does not even accept. Because when God created, He created man and gave man a woman and did not give man a man. So in our school, actually, if you are found even saying that someone is a lesbian, you're just given a suspension because you can't just conclude for yourself that somebody is a lesbian without any evidence that I found this person doing something like this. Be told it is not good to keep on speaking about lesbianism.
Okay, and your personal opinion about lesbianism, what do you think? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
To me, lesbianism is actually a bad thing because I don't understand why you would also want to marry someone of your own gender or of your own sex while God gave us men who you can even mingle with them well. No, even in the olden days, these things were not there. It is just because people have tried, they have just said, let us just try this way. Tuone kaa tukikuwa lesbians, kaa italeta kitu ya maana. So for anybody out there who is thinking about becoming a lesbian, actually it is not something good. It is
Hey, watoto leo wamenipea deep conversations. Times have changed and it is not like back then we rarely had of such things, but because of modernization and everything, these discussions are brought forward in schools, in our homes, and even parents back at home. You're encouraged to discuss and be open such things to your children so that hawapatikani wakiwa mgumbaya, so that when something happens, you know that I tried my best, I gave my best, and yeah, you leave the rest to God. So have you made best friends or a best friend since you went to that school? If yes, ni nani na umpe shout out?
okay, I had a lot of casual friends get niko na urafiki leo, kesho niko na huyu. The reason why I did not want to have a best friend, I might say you are my best friend and that is just 6 months. So the friends that I have, such as my deskmate Grace, I want her to be my best friend. Very close, she's going to be my best friend. But I am giving her time. Let me see, if I do this to you, what will be your reaction? What do you love? What don't you love? How is your family? At school, you are told it is not just good because at it may admit you on the same day. We just conclude that now you are my best friend. So we are usually encouraged, just give yourself time, at least 1 year, to say that this is now my best friend. A big shout out to my deskmate Grace. She's actually been a good person to me.
6 months, it has been more of a crash and a rush program. How has it been for you?
Okay, to me, in the second term, actually I used to miss home. I was really homesick. I used to ask myself, ai, kwani 1 month ndo inaenda nikaa ni 1 year? But actually I came to be told by my mother and my father, when you go to school, go with that mindset that I am going to learn. I practiced that during the third term. Those 9 weeks have actually ended and I'm asking myself, hi, zishaisha? Because at least my mind was fixed that I want to study to achieve this. If you go to school with a mindset of what you want to have, you actually see like time is going fast. But there was actually a rush hour during studies. The teacher sometimes even will not ask mmeelewa mjaelewa. The only thing that our teachers used to encourage us, ka hujaelewa, you just know yourself. During maybe 5:40 we used to be free. So during 5:40 you can just go sit down on yourself. If the teacher has taught a subject about a chapter you've not understood, you can mingle like us, we used to benchmark. So you just go and benchmark with another class. If you wait for a teacher, the teacher will only give you 25%. 75% is for your own. So those 6 months, it was not short, it was not long, but to a person who was determined to what she wanted or he wanted, to you the time was actually good.
Okay, and dear B, have you made new friends? Who is your best friend? And a shout out to the friend.
To me, I have not made any friends because 6 months were quite small for me. So the day that we admitted, we were put in one room so that we can socialize and know each other. If you have to choose your friend, they say you choose a friend wisely. So to me, I have quite some friends, but not best friends because quite small because it was quite rushing. So I didn't get to other class. So you have to just, if it's form 1, you haven't understand this content, you go to another form 1 to teach you, or you just go to the teacher, him or herself. You haven't understand the content, you wait for her to come, or you go for her yourself so that you can understand. In my first term, it was quite amazing because the teachers were friendly. If you haven't understand, she'll repeat like 5 times. But in second term, she said, this is high school, you have to go with the speed we are going with. In third term, I got used to it. If I haven't understand anything, I go to the teacher. Yes, and I'm good with it.
How about your spirituality? Like, how is your spirituality life in high school? What has changed? What has improved? Does it drain you and make you empty, or does it make you more spiritual when you're there? And how are the programs concerning the spirituality and growth of a student?
Okay, I actually thank God for taking me to my girls. I can actually say that it is my dream school. I know God had established some purposes. In my girls, we have a chapel. I can go even to that chapel anytime as long as it is break time. I was even given a spiritual mother. Anytime that I am down or having any problems, you just go and talk to her. Our CU patron, she is always available. You can just go and talk to her anytime. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, we used to do fellowship. We usually have intercessions during the night. So it made me come closer to God. Anytime that I'm down, I still used to go and pray. It is a place where you can actually talk to any minister. We also have weekend challenges in our school. You do your own morning devotions, your evening devotions. So even if you are not that person who is usually to God, you get like, hey, by the way, I'm in a place where people love God. So due to that relationship, you also love God more.
Okay, and about you, Abby?
And to me, spiritually life in high school, it has been good. And there's this thing in other schools I say like mashetani, kuna mashetani, sijui ukienda domu usiku kama simu ya kesho ukiwa peke yako kuna mashetani. In our school we don't have that. The church, which is a Catholic school, so we don't have the church inside the school, but it's outside the gate. We are not allowed like you go break time, you get out of the gate to go to church, no. But we have the CU patron in school. So if you feel you are down spiritually, you just go and talk to her. She gives you a word of encouragement. So spiritually, I'm good because I know that God is with me. And in our school, we have devotion before you start your evening preps. You have to sing and pray. In morning, the senior patrons are not there, so you have to pray on your own and you sing on your own. Yeah.
Favorite subject?
My favorite subject is Kiswahili.
Why?
Because I actually loved Kiswahili since the first day. So far, I've already received 3 awards in that subject, and I've always been determined due to the teacher who is teaching us Kiswahili. So they made me want to know it more. And actually, Kiswahili is what we use most, and it is actually the national language in Kenya. I also want to give a big shout out to my Kiswahili teacher in primary. I actually am appreciating her. She has been very tough on us. Madam Esther, she is still in precious blood. She thinks that she has actually been telling us in primary. It's the same thing that you're going to see in high school. So
Is your ambition still the same as this day you told us when you were having the interview after the KCP?
yeah, my ambition is still the same.
What do you want to be?
I just want to be a pediatrician when I want to grow up.
What is your best subject, Abby?
My best subject is chemistry.
Why? What? Umeamua ni sciences? Why?
I love chemistry because I want to know these things that are manufactured to us. I want to know how they are being made, what they use to make them. Are these things good for our body? Are these things healthy? Yeah. I thank my teacher in primary, Madam Faith. She used to teach us sciences. If you get science below 50, she was like, you get a big punishment more than being caned. She gives you like you wash the whole school. So I thank her. I came to realize that I like chemistry a lot. I like how those chemicals are mixed. It's behind the screen what they use to make them.
So your ambition, has it changed or is it still the same? If it is still the same, tuambie. Kama imechange, utuambie pia imechange na ni kwa nini?
My ambition has changed.
From?
Back then I wanted to be a doctor, but no, me with maths, we are not like.
So right now you want to be a what?
Right now, I haven't set my mind because in high school you have so many challenges when it comes to study. You find like this subject in primary, you used to say like maths, if you want to be a doctor, maths is important than the science. Yeah. But in high school, you have these languages, maths, sciences, humanities. So I haven't set my mind yet.
Police babies ni nyinyi, and for our viewers, police babies are daughters and sons to our uniformed officers. So kule shule watu wanajua dadi ni polisi.
Actually, I've not told most of them because at some point, the police are usually like underestimated. Unasikia tu kila kitu, polisi, whatever they do. So, but one day, by good luck, president had decided to land in our field. Then the teacher said, now because the president is coming today, everybody now will tell us their occupations for their parents. And then I told people that my father is a police officer, and they were like, "I, you are sure?" And then I told them yes, and I told them actually police are good people. If only you are friendly to them, they also be friendly to you. It's build that mindset that each and every every person will be a police. They'll actually be like this. But in our class, actually many people, like we have one girl in our class who wants to be a navy, other wants to be captains, inspectors. So those people keep encouraging us that police are also good people, and being a police is also a good job.
Has the perception of people changed towards you since the day they knew that your dad is a police officer?
No, actually, they usually tell me, hey, Aki, you are in a good family, a family with a policeman. You are in very good security. Sometimes even they ask me, how do you feel living with people who carry guns and the works they go? And then they usually tell them, hey, I wish even one day I would actually live with someone who is a police, because they mingle with a lot of people. They travel from place to place. So at least you get to know more and more.
Abi, watu wanajua your guardian is a policewoman?
Actually, no, because people have this mindset because of police officers that police officers are bad people. In our class, there's this girl who wants to be a soldier, so I keep encouraging her because me, I know police is not a bad job. There's this thing that they are divided, so you find like those who are out there, they are ruining the job of other police officers. Me, I keep encouraging her to push on
What she wants to be.
on what she wants to be. So being a police officer is not a bad job. Actually, to me, it's a good job.
So tuko holiday, mnakaa nyumbani 2 months. Hebu tuambie, what are your hobbies? What do you intend to do when you are at home for these 2 months?
I would put a lot of work in my homework, that is, because we've actually been given a lot of homework. You can even think that you're coming for 1 year. I would spend most of my time doing that. My hobby, I actually love doing people blow dry. So anytime that you come to me, you tell me blow dry, I will actually nitasema hebu hata ninaweza achana na hii. I first deal with this. Another thing, I love being with children. Like my brother, he's the only person that I can say when I go to school I miss a lot, because I play with him, I feed him, I bathe him. So at least I am able to mingle with him. So I won't focus on my hobbies a lot, because we were told when you go to form 2, the teachers would have already expected that that you're supposed to do this the way they were giving us notes in form 1, because we don't know how to shorten our notes. They're expecting that when you go back to school, umeandika short notes and you've actually started the notes in form 2, and you are thinking about the subjects that you're going to choose and how you're going to deal on the weak subjects. Our hobbies, we were told we should not focus more, but during these 2 months we actually told we should rest, because when you go to school, those are 6 weeks, and then you come 1 week home. Give ourselves at least some little rest. Kaa ni kutembea, at least tutembee, because you go to school, you don't do that. Kaa ni kukula chapati, shule uioni, kula chapati sahi. Kula kabisa. Mamangu ananiambianga kula hadi uweke stock, so that when you go to school, even if you will be missing, you'll be like, but I've been at home for 2 months. I've eaten chapati until it's about to go in, even in my stomach. And I love dancing. Is that hobby helping me? All the things that I'm doing about this dancing is actually destroying my life.
So, dancing can be a hobby and your talent too, I guess.
Yeah, it can still be.
Okay, and you, Abi, what are you planning to do for these 2 good months at home, and what are your hobbies?
Actually, these 2 months I have to study. I have to go back to my books. It's not like I'm given 2 months holiday. I have to rest. I have to, oh, actually, yes, I have to rest, but not too much rest. We were given homework. Some we have to call the teacher in order to send them. My hobbies, I like doing chores. I like living in a clean environment. I wake up in the morning, I just clean where I can, then I go back to my books, because when we are opening school, we have to sit for an exam that day.
Since you joined Form 1 and it's all about the police babies, what is this one thing that your dad did for you when you are joining, ukafeel hey, akidadi amenifanyia kitu ya maana, and he really touched your heart?
So at least walini escort. He actually even hired a car, something that I did not expect. He actually said, wacha nikakubai hadi lunch leo ukule. Another thing, I was actually shocked when my teacher now, who is my guardian, called me and he told me, babako amesema nikuulize ka ulivaa sweater, and I was like, wow, kumbe dad is still caring when I'm still in school. He's actually looking forward kuona if I can actually take care of myself. I actually loved that. Another thing, he's actually been struggling to pay for me school fees since I entered Form 1, and I actually thank him and I want God to bless him. Sijai fukuziwa school fees even for one single day. When my mother, even sometimes I would come home, she will tell me ndakubaia t-shirts. Even before I just tell her, mom, nahitaji blouses zingine 6, I would find the blouses at home and I would actually say, wow, kumbe wanajua kuwa tuko na baridi. Even when I enter to the school, they tell even the matron, wanaambia Mati, she can't use cold water. So they actually cared for me when I was in school. And anytime I used to bring back my results, they used to sit down with me, wananiambia, ehe, umepata B, shida ilikuwa wapi? And then they encourage me. Actually, it is not every parent mwenye ana creating time kukaa na mtoto wake anamwambia ebu tuangalie results. So I was actually happy and I'm proud of them.
Talking of results, what did you get this just ended term, and what are you looking forward to get when you do your KCSE?
Okay, for that term, I scored a B, but my main goal during that KCSE is an A minor. So I am going to push on
You get an A minor.
to get that A minor.
B, ni nini your guardian alikufanyia, the uniformed lady that has taken care of you and even made sure that umeingia high school? What is this one thing alikufanyia ukafeel tu poa sana ukiingia high school?
That thing that she did to me was actually when I was in primary. She never took me to school like she takes me every morning to school, but when I joined high school, she always takes me to school. Every week she always calls the teacher to know if I'm good or I'm sick, if I've been taken to the hospital, if I have any complication about when it comes to money, if my pocket money is over, the teacher tells her. So after all those 6 months, I have never been sent. Like, I go in our school, when you reach at the gate, they check if your school fees is cleared. So to me, I have never been sent home because of school fees. I continue to bless her more and more and more.
Okay, and about the grades, what did you get this just ended term, and what are you intending to get in your KCSE?
This ended term, so I scored a C, and I'm planning to, in KCSE, I'm planning to score a B plus.
Wow, that's so nice. So kuna wenzenyu wanaenda kufanya exam ya grade 6, kuna wenye wanaenda kufanya exam ya class 8 the way mlifanya, kuna wenye wanaenda kufanya exam ya form 4. So maybe if you know anyone who is your friend who is a police baby mwenye anaenda kufanya either ya grade 6, anaenda kufanya ya class 8 ama ya form 4, you tell them something on how to face the exams and give them a shout out.
So to Angel, I wish you success. And one thing I would like to leave you with, as you go and face that exam on Monday, that is the KCPE, know that KCPE is not hard. And whatever you are going to do to that paper, notice for yourself. Most of us, when we are doing an exam, we are usually saying that when I get this B, what will my mother think about? I want to tell them, anybody who is doing the KCPE, KCSE, or the grade 6 exam, it's about yourself. Even if you will get that 400 and please your mom, you will go to high school alone. You won't go back again with your mother. So, any grade that you want to get, know that it is for your own benefit. It is not benefiting your teachers or your mothers. Also, a big shout out to Evans. He is sitting for the KCSE. He had told us that he is going to give us a B plus, and I am wishing him a lot of success. I believe in him. The only thing is to believe in himself and to enter that exam room with a lot of focus and determination, and again be prayerful. And to all the pupils in Kenya who are doing KCSE, grade 6, KCP, from Miss India, I wish you a lot of success. Do your exams well. Watumko class 8 to join us even in Form 1. Those who are doing KCSE to join your best universities. For grade 6 again to join us. So I am wishing you success, and do that exam as if it is the last exam that you're doing when you're alive.
Wow, to you Abi, any police baby ama any friend you know, any relative you know mwenye kwa grade 6 ako class 8 ako form 4 anafanya exam, kindly shout out maybe their names and tell them something as they're going to face the exam.
To baby police, Stacy and Angel, I wish you success when you enter that exam room on Monday. Be focused, be confident. It's all that you have been studying since class 1. I think since class 4, class 1. Be confident. Don't lose focus. Don't panic. Just focus on your paper like you never do any exam again. I wish you success, and those who are doing their KCSE and class 6, I wish you success also.
Yeah, from me as Beautiful Crowns, to Evans, as Cynthia has said, all the best in your KCSE and may you join the best university of your choice. To Angel and Stacy, police babies, we wish you all the best as you're doing your KCPE. We are believing and trusting that we will be celebrating you very soon on this channel. To Tessie, Faith, and other police babies doing grade 6 exams, I wish you all the best as you look forward to joining the junior primary school or junior something, junior secondary school, and all the best. May God always guide you, give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and remind you of the things that you learned. So guys, I want you to tell your friends, your schools, to subscribe to this channel and what they expect to get on this channel.
So anybody who has not subscribed into this channel, it's a good channel, a place where there's a lot of stories, histories, stories that give you a good lesson. So if you've not subscribed, or if your friend has not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of stories. Subscribe to Nora. Let her reach to 1 million and above. And if you have any friends, even when you go to a bus, stand up with a lot of courage. Tell them that there is this channel. Subscribe to it. When you go to school, tell your classmates about this channel. It's a good channel. Beautiful Crowns. Tell them that it's a good channel, a place of hope. And if you've subscribed, please continue watching these videos. Continue being with her. Anytime she puts a video, give her a thumbs up. Give her good comments so that she can continue doing the good job that she is doing.
Wow, Abi, hebu ambia watu shule yako inaitwaje?
Our Ladies of Mercy.
Hebu ambia watu wa Lady of Mercy na rafiki zako na familia yako yote wa subscribe, because it is only on this channel that they'll be seeing the progress of Abi.
To those girls in Our Ladies of Mercy, teachers from Our Ladies of Mercy, may subscribe to this channel. my family, may you subscribe to Beautiful Crowns. It is a beautiful channel, as the name says so. And the lady, she's beautiful, so that's why she's referred to as Beautiful Crowns. May you subscribe to this channel. And everybody out there, may you subscribe to Beautiful Crowns.
Wow. So what is your expectation for this coming class and the new year, Form 2 and 2023?
Okay, my expectation in Form 2, actually, because we are going to choose subjects, those are 9 subjects. I am planning to work more hard because the subjects I'm going to choose them myself. So in these subjects, if I will choose biology, I'm going to be determined because I have decided I'm going to go with biology. I'm going to be determined because I'll be able now. I am focused. I know I want this. I'll be determined even to reach my goal. If it is that A that I have always been wanting, I'll make sure that in the end of 2023, I will be coming back here to say that I actually achieved my A. That is my main aim and my main theme for 2023. Another thing in 2023, I will actually continue wanting to play in. I'm a handball player. I would want to increase my exercisation until I take our club into a higher ground, because when you are playing, like when you are playing handball, you play with people with in form 3, and when you see them playing, you are actually wanting to play like them. So in 2023, I would perfect on that, and in my relationship, I will perfect that. When I come here in 2023, I will have a best friend.
Wow, that is so nice. So, Abby, what is your expectation for this coming term and for 2023 as a year you're joining Form 2?
To me, when I'm doing in this 2023, I have set my mind that I'll do my best in my studies. And in school, I'm a debater. I'm in debate club. I expect that when we go back to school, we go out there, debate with other schools. Yes, and yeah.
Wow, guys, that has been what we had for you today. I've been hanging out with these beautiful kids, the monos who are going to Form 2. We will be continuing with their progress, and before you know it, tutakuwa hapa tukileta matokeo ya Form 4. And for everyone outside there who is having a daughter, who is having a son, who is sitting for any of the exams, I wish you all the best. I pray that may God guide their steps as they begin their exams. Thank you so much, guys. It's been your girl. As we always say on this channel, you can do all things through Christ to strengthen us. Kindly make sure you check down there if you have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell, and make sure that whenever we upload new videos, you are the first person to watch our videos. To the premier gang, Kina Morena, Kina Vera, shout out, big up to you guys. I'm so much humble, and I believe that the premier gang will grow. Nitawafanyia kitu mkiwa watu wengi. And yeah, stay tuned to this channel for any beautiful, amazing, wonderful stories concerning the uniformed officers, the public, community policing, and their relationships at large. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Let's meet on the next video. It's a bye from us. It's a bye from us. Bye and baraka. Ambia watu bye.